What do you think about fat people at the gym?
What do I think about fat people at the gym?
I feel like I'm going to get dug into a hole here.
My advice is, once you come in here...
What do you think about fat people at the gym?
Like everyone trains here, I don't think you have to judge like a bit.
You've got people who are being there for the sake of being there, if that makes sense. You know?
Yourself in the mirror and just hating it.
I was just depressed. I should do cardio.
Alright, so I've got Sharina.
Hiya.
So yeah, the question I'm basically asking everyone is, what do you think about fat people at the gym? Or what do you think when you say fat person at the gym?
Fat people at the gym. I don't think it's matter. Like everyone comes here, it doesn't matter of your shape of your body. It's like everyone trains here. I don't think you have to judge like because of how fat we are or how skinny we are. I think it applies to skinny people as well, not only fat. So I think it's just like completely normal.
What do you think about fat people at the gym?
Don't think it's a bad thing. I think everyone starts somewhere, regardless of what choices you have in life. If you ate too much when you was young or old, whatever. If we all come here, we're here for the same reason at the end of the day, aren't we? So it's a personal journey. It don't matter what size you are, like big, small, fat, whatever. It don't matter. You're all here for the same reason. So positive things, mate. That's all we're coming for. So at the end of the day, I don't mind people coming in here if they're trying to improve themselves.
100%. Like, I feel like that's like a key theme that I'm kind of getting. Like, what would you say to people or someone who's a bit overweight and is feeling a little bit ashamed and feel that there's a lot of pressure for them to get to the gym? Because they feel like they'll be judged and it's too much pressure. What would you say to them?
Don't get me wrong, like obviously you're coming into a gym, it can be quite intimidating, especially if you're not body confident. I was when I started, I know that. I weren't exactly fat, but I weren't where I felt like I wanted to be. But until you get here and you meet people, like I say, you realise everyone's on their own journey. And you know, like I say, everyone's here for their own reasons. And once you get here and you realise that the people are nice, everyone here is obviously here to get on with you.
There's a lot of people out there that feel like the gym is a very intimidating place, especially those who are quite overweight. And yeah, the point of this video is not to shame people, it's basically to kind of like open your eyes towards what people at the gym actually think when they see someone that's overweight at the gym, and just to kind of like make you realise that everyone's in their own little journey, no one's actually that bothered about what you look like. And if anything, everyone would actually encourage you and they would actually rate you for being at the gym to try and change in your life, try and lose a bit of weight or trying to gain a little bit of muscle. This video doesn't apply to just those who are overweight, it's everyone. So I thought I'd do this video kind of like just shine a bit of light onto that and to give you guys a bit of motivation, insight towards what people actually genuinely think when they see someone that's overweight or fat at the gym. So yeah, let's carry on with the video. Let me rephrase the question, because the reason I'm asking this is because a lot of people who are overweight, they have like a mental barrier of coming to the gym because they'll feel like they're going to get judged and there's a lot of pressure. So what advice would you give someone who's overweight at the gym?
Don't think about this and don't worry about this. I think every single person has this. You know, when you come into the gym, I think everyone feel a bit, you know, like shy in the beginning. But I don't think they should feel, you know, like judge or anything, because people come here to train, not like to look at others or judge others. So I think they shouldn't be worried about that.
100%. Like, I feel like that's like what I've been walking around and asking different people. And I think that's like a kind of like a theme. Like everyone here is like on their own little journey, trying to better themselves, and no one's actually thinking too much about other people. Everyone's thinking about themselves. And like once people get over like that hurdle of understanding that most people just give a fuck about themselves, really.
Yeah,
they don't really care.
Everyone feels the same, you know, even if you're fit, even if you're fat or skinny, everyone feels the same, you know. You come here, you train for yourself, you want to be better than yourself, you know, like better than you've been yesterday. You don't come here to judge other people, and I think everyone should be just come here and enjoy themselves and train hard.
Well, thanks for being in the video and enjoy your session, alright? Yeah. Would you say you kind of like just got into lifting, or would you say you kind of tried to change yourself, lose a bit of weight, gain a bit of muscle? What would you say? What was the reason?
A lot of the time when I started, I did a lot of running. I preferred running. When I got an age where you like say you're 19, 20, you want to build a bit more muscle, I come in here, I started at another gym, and it's when I came here, it was like when you surround yourself with people that want the same sort of thing, depending on what gym you go to, you're going to be surrounded with a different atmosphere, people that want different goals. As soon as I came somewhere like here, you're getting more people that want to build the same sort of muscle as you, and that was what drove me to obviously want to build more muscle, was being surrounded by people that strove for it a bit more. Do you know what I mean?
100%. I appreciate that, man. Like, what do you think about fat people at the gym?
Ooh, I feel like I'm going to get dug into a hole here. Well, I work in a gym, so I see overweight people come in all the time. It just depends on how they prioritise their time there. I think for me, I think you have some overweight people who are genuinely trying their best and really putting in the effort of like trying to get how they want to look any way possible. And then you've got people who are being there for the sake of being there, if that makes sense.
That's an interesting one. I haven't heard that one yet, but I definitely agree with that. What about you? What would you say?
So I used to be like 24 stone, believe it or not. So
fair play, man.
Yeah. So I was like 130 kilograms at one point. So when I see someone who is a little bit larger, I empathise with them. I know they're feeling a bit anxious. People are looking at them. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not going to judge everyone, you know what I mean? I'm not going to judge a book by its cover, so.
That's fair play, man. I'm big up for that as well, man. That's a lot of weight that you've lost. Right, so I've got Jay here, and I got Connor. This is father and son, setting a good example. So the question I'm going around asking people today is, what do you think about fat people at the gym?
I think it's a positive thing, seeing them coming into the gym, doing something with their life, not just mentality, not just physically, but mentality as well. If anything, me as being myself, I'd like to spread the advice, help people. I mean, if that's what the sort of question you're asking, I think it's a good thing that we're seeing more people getting into the fitness and looking after their health.
100%. What got you over that hurdle of like, or self-doubt, or like thinking, I don't want to go to the gym because it's long, or people are going to be judging me? What got you over that hurdle when you were 24? Was it 24 stone you said?
23, 24 stone. Yeah. Just looking at myself in the mirror and just hating it. And I just be turning up every morning. And I used to go like 5 o'clock-ish, and I purposely went at that time so there was no one around. That's it, mate. Like looking at myself and thinking,
That's right. I used to train in 2016 when he was little, and he was obsessed with.
You train? You actually train?
The
arms are too big. So yeah, what would you say to someone who's overweight and it's like there's a mental barrier of them coming to the gym because they feel like they're getting judged and there's a lot of pressure? What would you say? What advice would you give to them?
My advice is, once you come in here, it's your goal, it's your body. Everyone else is involved in themselves. I find that when I've had anxiety in the past, sometimes put earphones in to isolate everything around and just focus on myself. That is a difficult part, because you do feel when you come into a gym, if you're slightly overweight or you feel you can't lift heavy weights, you do tend to feel out of place. But I find now a lot of the gyms now, we're getting a lot of different people coming in. So that really should open the doors more, making more people more comfortable to come into the gym.
What do you think about fat people at the gym?
Fat people.
Like, what do you think when you see someone who's overweight or fat at the gym?
They should do cardio.
They should do cardio? I think what you're saying is huge. Like, if you look at yourself in the mirror and you're not liking what you're seeing, like, at some point you just got to be honest with yourself. You can't lie to yourself, and you just got to bite the bullet and just come. Like, and once you get momentum being built up, that's going to increase your confidence. It's going to make you want to come and do a little bit more.
Yeah, most of them do weights.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
So what would you say if, because I feel like a lot of people who are overweight, a massive pain point or like a big hurdle for them is feeling they're going to be judged when they get here. And what would you say to someone who feels that there's a lot of pressure for them to start the gym?
Just have some motivation and be brave. Yeah.
Straight to the point, guys. You just got to be brave. You just got to go for it. I mean, there's no messing around, no beating around the bush. You just got to be brave about it. Get yourself here.
They come here, fat or not, they come here. That's the most thing for me. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Thank you. Thanks for that. Thanks for being in my video. Yeah, thank you. All right, so I've got James here. So James, the question I'm asking everyone is, What do you think about fat people at the gym, or when you see a fat person at the gym?
What do I think about fat people at the gym? Well, they're here to train hard. Personally, myself, I find it really inspirational. They might not think it, but a lot of people, we're here for the same reason. We're here, you know, to train hard. And you'll find most of the time in gyms, you have a very strong community. And that's what I love about Heroes as well, is it's a very strong community. Everyone here...
Quick plug on Heroes, quick plug.
Sorry, no, just everyone here is lovely, you know. And yeah, it's really motivational. If you are feeling like you're a bit overweight, you know, you can always get your nutrition intact, do cardio, lift weights, come here. You're always welcome to the gym, and personally I find each and every one of you inspirational, so.
Well, there you go. I mean, I think that's like a key theme. I've said this already, but a lot of people feel like there's a lot of pressure on them to come to the gym, but once you actually get here, the community is gonna like push you forward and like support you. But that's like a massive like pain point for a lot of people. So what advice would you give to someone who's overweight or who's fat and they're finding it difficult to get through the barrier of like coming to the gym?
I'd say just be confident, stay strong, keep healthy. Just take the step to come into the gym. If it's something that you're interested in, just take the first leap. The first leap is always the hardest, and once your foot's in the door, you'll realise it's not so scary.
All right, thank you, James. Man, that was solid answers there. Well, I hope you have a good session. I would basically back what you're saying. Like, I feel like a lot of people, a massive pain point is they feel there's a lot of pressure. They're going to be stared at. But it's good to shine light on the fact that everyone's there to achieve their own little goals. Everyone's on their own little journey. You just got to do it. Come here, and if anything, this is the best place to be. If you're overweight or if you're too skinny, and like at the end of the day, everyone. Exactly.
A lot of doctors and things, they always recommend exercise. Exactly. Exercise. It's not just the weights, the cardio as well. Endorphins, the best antidepressant you can get.
100%.
Endorphins.
1000%. Like that's a massive part of it. Like the mental part of just knowing that you've
done it, don't you? Like,
exactly. Even if you just come for one time, you're gonna feel so much better for it. Yes. But then you're gonna start building a bit of momentum, and you're gonna feel so much better.
That anxiety and that feeling of the, you know, being embarrassed and insecurity starts to get better. 100%. Because you're starting to feel better in yourself. When we're not feeling good in ourselves, we feel like everyone's looking at us and we feel bad. I totally agree.
I appreciate that answer, and I appreciate you being in the video as well. Have a good session, man.
Nice to meet you, mate.
What do you think when you see a fat person at the gym?
I think good luck to them. Yeah. I hope they get on well.
Yeah. And what would you say to someone who's overweight and is struggling to like get over the mental barrier of getting to start in the gym because they feel like they're going to get jogged, there's a lot of pressure? What advice would you give them?
I would say just get in there and just get on with it. You know, ask people for help, and
Fair enough, nice and simple. Like you just got to do it. That's like the key thing. You just got to come here. If you don't like the way you look, you don't like the life you're having, you just got to bite the bullet and just start. And then the more you do it, the more momentum you're gonna have. All right, what do you think about fat people at the gym?
I think they are incredibly inspirational, and they put inspiration in me to keep on going because they're working so hard to better themselves and all that.
Okay. So what would you say to someone who's like overweight and they're finding it difficult to like kind of like start coming to the gym because they feel like it's an intimidating place and they feel like everyone's going to look at them and judge them?
Yeah, I'll invite them to go with me so they have a friend to go with, so they can get more comfortable in the gym and get more confidence in going by themselves and bettering themselves.
Well, there you go. I've actually been chatting to Damien again, and I realised that he was actually someone who's been overweight in the past and it's changed his life. So just talk to us a little bit about that, Damien.
Yeah, I used to be about 95 kilos at my biggest. I'm now 78-ish. Yeah. So yeah, I've been down to 76.5, but I'm now trying to get a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
So yeah, I lost what's the maths on that? 78 to 95 is 17 kilos, which is it.
Fair play, man. That's solid. Like, do you know what I mean? And like, that just goes to show you if you put in the work and put in the time, you will actually lose weight. Do you want to show the picture quickly?
Yeah.
What made you? What was like made you cross that hurdle then of like wanting to improve yourself and like lose the weight?
Yeah, I was just depressed.
Yeah.
You know, fat, ugly, a lot. So yeah, that would have been me about 10 years ago.
What a transformation, by the way. That is a solid transformation. But yeah, thanks for sharing that with us. And that's the end of the video, guys. There you have it. I got a lot of good answers there, but the gist of it is, if you're overweight or you're fat, just get to the gym. Once you get here, you'll realize that everyone's actually quite supportive. Most of the time, everyone's actually just thinking about what they're doing and they don't actually care too much about what you look like. If anything, they'll actually rate you more for coming here and like trying to improve your life. And I got some pretty interesting answers as well. Like some people are saying, if you are overweight and you're here, try and make the most out of your time. Actually do something, because at the end of the day, it's your time. You don't want to come here and waste your time. You want to come here and put in as much as you can in order to get something out. That being said, being here and doing the minimal is better than being at home. So the main thing is that you get yourself at the gym, and yeah, try and be brave, take a step forward, and that's it. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll meet you guys in the next video.